territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Who we got?
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
And the Steelers 1st down.
Ready. 30 base.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 2nd down, Foreman. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Let's go now. 18 Gators.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming out.
Regular.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
He's coming, double up.
6-6, pull it high.
Off play action, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Baxter, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 50. Hurry.
Hurry.
Watch the twist. Mike 50. Man out. Mike's 50.
Run.
Man, let's get some penetration.
Mayfield down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Just like that.
On 3rd down, Baxter, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy. The other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Pass incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it up.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go.
From the 27, Mayfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry for Foreman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch the screen. He's checking.
Here's Foreman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Lawrence. But it's brought in by Washington. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Second down and inches. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Hey, team six.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Max 50. I'm coming for you, son.
Point it right.
50, Max 50. What we got?
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Ready. 50, plant. X3, 218, chopper.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Get it.
To throw again, Lawrence. Complete to Washington. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Haywood.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 91 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Again, it's Foreman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Strip that ball. Under 10. Under 10. Time.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I'm coming after you.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check the hot read.
Regular.
Check 15. Check 50.
80 weapon.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll keep it on the ground. Baxter. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Kill. Turn up.
You draw Corkins. Get.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7, and this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looking to throw. Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. From the gun on 3rd down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on first and 10. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Baxter, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Steelers have taken the lead. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
And they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Mike, 180, 55.
Let's go one more.
Pistol, pistol, pistol. Hurry!
5, Mike, 5.
Here we go.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Regular.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Mayfield now from the 50. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Mayfield to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. From the red zone now, Mayfield. He finds Howard complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Hey, orbit.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, echo.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
Yeah, but it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Pittsburgh, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.